Welcome back to 2230, your source for in-depth analysis of news and events in the heart of Asia. Today, we're delving into a hot topic that's been making waves in Singapore's transportation scene, the soaring numbers of private hire cars and their impact on the Certificate of Entitlement, COE, premiums. But before we dive into this fascinating subject, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking content. Now, let's talk numbers. According to the Straits Times senior transport correspondent, Christopher Tan, over the past decade, private hire cars in Singapore have seen a jaw-dropping 500% increase. Contrast that with the private car population, which has crept up by a mere 6.4%. These stats alone should make you sit up and take notice. So, why is this significant? Well, it appears that private hire car operators like Grab, Delgro, and Gojek, and yes, you're right, Gojek does have links to Temasek, are wielding considerable financial muscle in the COE market. They can afford to bid sky high for COEs, and once they've secured them, guess what? They can pass those costs right down to you, the hirers. But that's not all. There's a fascinating paradox at play here. These private hire giants have an incentive to keep COE premiums soaring high. Why, you ask? Because a sudden drop in COE prices could mean they're stuck with negative equity, given the massive fleet of cars they own. So, for them, it's short-term business sense to keep COE premiums sky high, even if it seems counterintuitive. Now, you might be wondering, do these private hire giants have the power to actually influence COE premiums? Well, you bet they do. With their financial clout and near-monopoly status in the industry, they can indeed exert significant pressure on the market. But here's an interesting historical tidbit. The original COE system didn't mix premiums for private vehicles with those for commercial vehicles. There was a distinct commercial vehicle COE category. When taxi companies were chasing up premiums in category A back in 2012, they were taken out of the equation and instead paid the prevailing quota premium, PQP. It was a way to prevent commercial interests from inflating premiums for private car owners. However, it's important to question whether this was entirely fair. Some argue it was a loophole around the current 0% vehicle growth policy. Private hire cars are commercial vehicles, no doubt about it. So, perhaps it's time to consider lumping them, along with taxes, into the commercial vehicle COE category to reflect the true cost of doing business. This could help prevent what some might call free riding in the private car categories. But before we wrap this up, we want to hear your thoughts. Do you think private hire cars should be treated as commercial vehicles in the COE market? Or do you have another solution in mind? Leave your comments down below, and let's have a lively discussion about the future of transportation in Singapore. That's it for today's deep dive into the COE conundrum. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to 2230 for more engaging discussions on the issues that matter in Asia. Thanks for tuning in.